Hello and welcome to this week's Soul Wisdom training here in my Soul Inspired Leaders Facebook group. Today we are going to be talking even more and tapping into even more about this money energy and money abundance. Let's keep this conversation going. It is such an interesting one. So I do Soul Wisdom trainings in my Facebook group every Wednesday here at 4 p.m. UK time. It's around 20 minutes, sharing tips and tools and obviously actions with you guys, because for me it's all about taking action and going away with something tangible that you can really tap into and start doing differently when you leave here today. So if you don't know me, I'm Natasha Harris. I support conscious business people and business owners and leaders to really have a thriving business that not only supports them, but also supports the planet. You know, I use the Akashic records in all the work I do. And if you haven't heard of it, you're in for a real treat if you are considering or curious about working in it. They really are an ancient old wisdom and really help us to remove the obstacles that keep us playing it small, keep us stuck in our old repeating patterns of behavior and playing it small. So it's a really exciting vantage point from where we can really rewrite the script of what we're doing and open the door to new potentiality and possibility going forward. So we can really step into being a soul leader that the world really needs right now, and also unlock that and create that financial abundance for yourself as well. So if you're watching either live or on the recording and you're watching it in Facebook, then just post me a comment, just let me know and type hashtag replay so I know that you're watching the replay. If you've got any questions at all throughout today, if you're watching it on another platform, then send me an email and let me know if you've got any questions about it. This is a really interesting topic that I really want to keep and continue tapping into throughout the coming weeks, because it is so important. It really is. So I'm just gonna change something there. So if you're watching live, then let me know. It would be great to just let me know you can hear me. Obviously, that's always a good sign in the to start with. So firstly, I really want to just to talk about into the money topic again. So if you didn't watch my last week's training here in the Facebook group, please go and watch it. We really started to talk about the truth about money and seeing money as energy, and how we can really start to really look and frame this idea of money very differently, because there is such a belief, and if you're like me, that you come from the spiritual aspects of things and you have spiritual practices, you know, money is not seen as a good thing. Even though we talk about abundance a lot, you know, money has been seen as evil. Money is seen as the cause of all the environmental problems that we're having in the world, and you know, to some degree that is correct. You know, it's seen as the problem of destruction. It's seen as the problem around you know, greed, and we're seeing a lot of that, of fear-based greed in the world, with people, especially leaders around the world, really kind of like looking out for themselves. And so we really think about money as this dirty, evil thing, but actually what would happen if we really turn that around and really see that money is now going to be the real thing that is going to solve the environmental crisis that we're having. So my clients then really generally, you know, have a lot of fear around money when they come to see me, you know, when they're investing in something. I think I can see somebody watching. Can you just let me know and type in the comments and just let me know you can hear me okay? That would be really great. Thank you. You know, it's really, you know, how we can really step out of that fear of having that we have around money, and that generally shows up in one of two ways, this fear around money. Either it's a fear of you know, not having enough money to keep us going, this real sense of lack of safety that we feel that we'll never be quite have enough, and if we're running our own business, that it'll always be hard work. So if that resonates with you, then let me know, because so we stay stuck in this lack mentality. We fear charging what we're worth. We don't want to look at our prices. Let me just have a look. Okay, great. Great. Hi, Gemma. Can hear me? Great. Thank you. Now I can see all the I can see the comments. That's great. So yeah, so it's either a fear of not having enough. So let me know if that's you, if you fear that you'll never have enough and you're coming from this real space of lack, that you fear that you always live your life in lack. Or the other fear that people have around money is that if they have it, they're going to lose it. And that is a very real and valid fear as well, that if we feel that we've kind of make it, things are going okay, we fear that we're actually going to lose it and we're not going to be able to keep hold of it for one reason or another. And I've actually fluctuated between both of those, so I know both of those sides of the coin quite well. So it's a really interesting topic, this fear that we have around money. So when my clients generally come to me, the fear is around investing in themselves, either in their personal development and furthering themselves further, and it is an investment, or it's investing in their business. If it's coming from a space of lack, it's like, well, how will I make money? How will that help me to unlock the issues that I have around money, and how I can't invest in that right now? So let me know if that feels like something like a repeating pattern or conversation that you have with yourself. You know, it's how will, you know, I can't invest in myself yet. What if I never have enough? What if it doesn't work? How will that help me? And it's staying in this space of lack. So when we invest in ourselves, and when my clients invest with working with me, they immediately see a huge shift. And it's a radical shift. And it's not only a radical shift in themselves, but it's also a radical shift in their business, the work that they're doing with their clients, the way that they show up for their clients also shifts. Their clients start to see a very different value in what they're doing and how you're showing up for your clients. Your clients start to make a bigger transformation when they start to invest more heavily and see that value in the work that you're doing as well. So it's not just a shift we see in ourselves, it's a shift in how we show up, how we are seen to doing the work that we're doing and in the client work that we're doing. So we need to come more from a space of abundance. Now, if you have a spiritual practice like me, been practicing spirituality for many, many years, and it was a piece that I didn't quite get, and I get this from my clients as well, that they don't quite get this understanding that when we're talking about spirituality, we're talking about abundance, but we seem to forget that that includes money aspect as well. So I don't know if that resonates with you, Gemma, as well. You know, it's about stepping into this space of abundance, and that includes the money piece. Okay, so what we really need to do is so few conscious people out there, who are doing amazing work, who are out there shifting people's perspectives, doing humanitarian work, working with people and transforming their lives, by overcoming mindset work, by, raising consciousness on the planet, getting people to see things in a very different way. They're doing environmental work. They are experiencing, they're not experiencing financial abundance. So few people who are out there doing that work actually are stepping up to the financial abundance piece for themselves, because they are coming either from this lack mentality, or they are seeing that money is not the solution, that we can't have more money. It's got to be about eliminating money and the evil, the root of the causes of those problems that it's causing. So I hope that's making sense for you. And so when we step up to recognizing that actually money is the solution, if you want to make a bigger impact in the world, now is the time. Okay, but money is going to provide the solutions to that. The more money that you have, the more impact you can have in the world, the quicker that you can shift things around in your business. You can experience money. You can start to make bigger changes and impact in the world if you have access to more money, if you can reach more people for a start, if your business is thriving. Okay, now I just posted something in this group and in my Facebook page group about a billionaire that has just pledged to buy 15% of the planet purely to protect it, to allocate that land for environmental reasons, because with the forest fires that are raging around South America, not just in Brazil, but that's the one that's getting the spotlight at the moment. I mean, that's the worst hit, but all around South America, we're seeing forest fires in other places around the world as well. And it is heartbreaking. It really is. So for like a billionaire now to stand up and say, I'm going to buy 15% of land on the planet to be able to protect it for future generations, that's the impact that we want to start talking about. And this can only happen if the money gets into the hands of the conscious people, people who are the light workers, the people that are saving the planet, who are concerned about the planet, who are concerned about humanitarian rights, about shifting things. So if that is you, and you are one of the light workers that's here to really impact and shift things, then we need you. We really need you to really start unlocking this whole money piece and this abundance piece. And this is what I've been working on for myself. And it is amazing what you can do and how you start to see things shift very, very differently if we start to see money as the solution. So Gemma, if you're still watching, just let me know if you've got any questions about that. Any thoughts about that? Anything that's kind of coming up that you're thinking, oh, I don't quite know how to do that, because I really want to know, because this is a conversation I really feel that we need to be having. And if you're watching, I know a lot of people watch this recording later, then please do post here and just do let me know what your thoughts are about this, because it really is so fascinating. So what can we do then as individuals to really step up into it? Gemma, what is your, or anyone else that's watching, what is your biggest challenge around money? Now, I've named a few of those challenges that, you know, I can see for myself and I can see for my clients are having, you know, either coming from this lack mentality, not feeling that, you know, they deserve the abundance, all of these kind of things. Let me know what your challenge, your biggest challenge is around money. Yeah, I'd love to hear how you go shifting about those beliefs. So it's really about stepping up to this and really starting to see how we start to view money very differently. And, you know, you need to start being really committed, because this is about taking action. You know, we can do all the shifting around our money beliefs that we want, but if we don't start taking action, if we don't start showing up differently around money, nothing much is going to change. And I know that's probably feels really challenging, because we feel like I've got to work on the money piece, I've got to work on the money belief before I start going out there and taking action. I start, you know, showing up in a different way. It really is the other way around. We need to start taking that action now. Right? So yes, it's about shifting those beliefs, Gemma, but it is about taking the action. Okay. And for anyone else that's out there listening, you can start changing those money beliefs today by taking some action. And I've got a few things that I'd like to kind of offer to you. So I want you to just maybe either now, while you're watching it, just get a pen out, just note a couple of these things down that you feel you can start to take action on really, really quickly. So one of those is really being committed to what you're doing and the change you want to see in the world. Okay, this is about your vision. What is it that you really want to make in the world, the change that you want to make in the world? So Gemma is saying, my biggest challenge is worrying that my clients don't have enough money and feeling bad asking for money, even though I know I have a lot to offer. Okay, so this is the biggest thing that I offer my clients. This is the biggest thing that I have learned for myself. When I stepped up to the money, to really ask for the money, to show the value of what I was offering, rather than it being about the money, everything changed for me and for my clients. And it was really it's really about overcoming that feeling of asking for the money, that fear of asking for the money. It's not about asking for the money. It is about offering the value and the transformation. And if you can allow yourself to let go of that idea that when you are talking to your clients, you are asking for money, think about how you're offering them a transformation. And I know that even when I have not had the money, I have known how important it has been to invest in my development, in my business. And I have always seen that abundance coming back to me because I'm investing in my future. Nobody has got successful from not investing in their money, in themselves and their business. But successful people step up into investing for themselves. You ask anybody that has been successful, what was the thing that they did, and they will tell you that they have invested in themselves. And so this is the conversation that you need to start leaning into with your clients, showing them the value of the transformation and how they can change their lives, and that in that the money comes back to them. Yeah, you might not be teaching money, you might not be teaching business, but the money comes back because it's about creating an abundance perspective. Okay, that is the biggest thing that you need to start looking at how to shift, Gemma. I hope that makes sense. But you need to be committed to what you're doing and the change that you're making for your clients and the bigger impact into that. And you need to be starting to speak into that. Your clients will get it when you speak into their real, like into their why, like what's important for them. So for me, it's about environmental change. It's about working for business who are consciously trying to shift that perspective around about this whole environmental and humanitarian crisis that we're stepping into. And by helping them to switch that around, they will see the value in what they're going to be able to offer for them, for their clients, for their business, and everything else like that. So the second thing that you really need to be willing to do is face your own fears and know that your mission is really worth releasing your money blocks for. That you need to step up and show that money isn't the fear factor, because what we put out there is what we're getting back. So if we're afraid of having that conversation about money, we're going to be attracting people that are afraid of money. As soon as you start talking into the value of what you're offering and the transformation and the reasons why you're offering what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing, people will start to recognize that. So a lot of people, of your clients don't have access to money because they are marginalized communities. Right, okay, so it's around how you still talk into the value and stop asking about the money. It doesn't really matter. It's about being able to offer. So where you, so it is a very, if people really, so if you're talking to people, just lost my connection. Okay, so just bear with me if you can still hear me. It's just trying to connect. Oh, goodness me. Can you hear me, Gemma, still? I've got a message on my, let me know if you can still hear me. Okay, I'm just going to carry on going for a moment. So really it's about talking about talking into that idea of money. And if your part of your thing is around talking and helping them to overcome their fears, money and abundance is going to be one of them. And slowly but surely you need to start talking about that money piece and increasing your prices a little bit and showing that the investment is worth it. And maybe looking at other ways that you can bring in and access people that have more money, because not all, you talk about LGBTQ, not everybody who is LGBTQ is going to be marginalized and being coming from a space of lack. Yeah, you can still hear me. Great. There's something whirring on my screen, so just let me know that you can keep hearing me. So really talking into that, you know, we make a very black and white decision and a very black and white assumption that everybody in marginalized communities or that are coming from a space of lack, and it isn't always true. That is our mentality. And so how you can start to talk to people that have are in that community but have access to more money, that can see the value of that, and then you can subsidize it to other people as well. So the other thing that you can do is we really need to start showing and leading by example, that you are leading by example and investing in your business, no matter how scary that is for yourself, and getting support and personal development, but also support in your business. And really expanding on that and investing in that, seeing it as your own investment. And then you can, by actioning that, you can start talking into that from a place of knowledge, of understanding, of abundance to those communities that are marginalized, because we need to help them come out of that space of lack. Okay, so I really hope you can still hear me, and this is really this is still recording. Just give me another yes if you can hear me, Gemma. That would be really helpful, thanks. You have to really be willing to put your prices up and start talking about your value, and empower, in that you empower your clients to do the same. I have a feeling that this isn't working. You want to create something your clients will love and that they can't say no to. Oh, you can still hear me. Fantastic. Okay, there's something weird going on my screen that's saying my video has been paused, but you can hear me, so that's fine. So you've got to be willing to put up your prices and start talking about your value and empowering your clients to do the same. You've got to create something that your clients will love, and you've already said, Gemma, that you know that you offer a lot. You need to lean into that. You need to start talking about that value and keep going on. You need to keep on that path. Otherwise, you're doing yourself like a real disservice to the services that you're offering. Know that also, if you can't make them an offer because you're worried about the money piece, you are doing them a disservice, because you're allowing them to walk away and believing that they can't afford it. I have this conversation with people consistently. Their reaction sometimes is like, oh, that's so. When I was coming from a space of lack, my clients, my potential clients I was having a conversation with, I was assuming that they couldn't afford it, and they were all coming and saying, oh my God, that's really expensive. Since I've put my prices up, I am still attracting similar clients, but what I'm putting my emphasis on is the value of what they're getting. And they then come to me and say, rather than, oh my God, that's expensive, and I've doubled my prices, the conversation for 99% of those clients are, that's more than I thought, but I'm going to go away and think about how I'm going to make that work. Because I'm having a very different conversation with them. And I couldn't believe the difference in the conversation I was having when I doubled my prices. And all I did was put the emphasis on the value. And my clients and potential clients were like, I want to work with you, and they could see that the transformation that I was offering. So don't be afraid to put your prices up, because you will step up into that. So the last thing I want to offer as well is go hang out with people who are where you want to go. Like, go hang out with them, because that's who you want to become. Learn by them, learn what they're doing, and I can promise you that what they're not doing is not investing in themselves or their business. They're not saying, I am in a space of lack and I haven't got the money to invest in my business or myself. They really aren't. They are saying, I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to invest in something that's working for me. And this is how I have really seriously embraced my money fears. And this is what I'm working with my clients around. This is what my clients are doing. They're earning more. They're leaving their jobs that they hate, that they don't feel valued in, because they're looking at things very differently. They're going out there and getting new jobs where they're getting more money, that they feel more valued, and they're repairing their relationships with those that they love around them at the same time. This is not just about speaking into the money piece. This is about how we look at everything around us and how we step into abundance. Money is a spiritual practice. Do whatever it takes to shift your energy around money. That's really what I want to leave you with. Okay, so I've given you a number of things to try. Don't try them all. Gemma, if you could just tell me in the last couple of minutes which of those resonates with you the most and which one you're going to take action on today, that would be great. But please take action. For those of you watching the recording, let me know what your action you're going to take. I'd love to hear it. If you've got questions, post them, send me a message. Let's keep this conversation going. It is such an important conversation. Money is the thing that is going to unlock the problems that we're experiencing in the world. So Gemma, just let me know. And if this resonates with you, and you want to talk to me about how we can work further, how the Akashic Records can really help you to let go of all of these old money patterns, these old money beliefs quicker and easier and simpler, so you know how you can step up and take new action that's going to step you into alignment and abundance and into leadership much quicker, then drop me a message. Let's have a chat. Let me explain to you a little bit more about how the Akashic Records work, and let's see if we want to work together. So I hope that this recording has been okay. Let me know if you've got any questions. It's always a joy, and let's keep this money conversation going. I'm going to be back here next week, same time, expanding even more on this conversation. I'm really excited to be having it, so let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Love and abundance to you all. We all deserve it. And remember, money is a spiritual practice. Let's keep it going. Bye for now.